Hello, Rongo University. Welcome back to yet another episode of RU Weekly Radio online platform. And today, inside the room is me, your host, Clyde Wamburi.
And David Wanami as the co-host.
Yeah, so today actually going to talk about issues that affects you inside the institution.
Yeah, tunaenda kuangalia issue fulani, dem fulani, someone posted something on YouTube some month ago.
Yeah, so it's issues to do with the stereotypes mnasikia kuhusu shule. So ni vitu actually zitaku affect depending na venye utazichukua.
Yeah.
So today kuna side story tutakuwa tunaenda along ni ya dem fulani hivi
anaitwa Joyce Mugure. YouTube account yake inajiita hivyo, so you can go check out. But before you go there, tunataka tukupe like insight. Insight. Nataka tukupe insight on how it works. Yeah. Anyway, tunaenda kuangalia hiyo video and we are going to show you what she said kama uwezi fikia hapo hivyo.
Yeah, so alongside our video, that clip will be running just a small part of it.
Yeah.
A recap. Will be running alongside it. So utakuwa unaona venye kunaendelea, but the actual story unaweza pata kwa handle yake at YouTube Joyce Mugure ama Mugure Joyce, just type there. Na the specific clip title yake ni Why I Dropped Out of Uni/College. University anaongelea ni Rongo. So everybody actually, even we are students, we are members of Rongo University, we are students. We are taking the course that she was advised apparently by someone not to do.
No, it's not advised. She was dreaming to take journalism, that's the course. Yeah.
But somebody somewhere told her that ukifanya journalism Rongo hautapata kazi. So let me advise you, my dear watcher, you, my dear watcher, my dear viewer, by there hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell for more of our content hapa chini. Naona? So my dear viewer, watcher, let me advise you, let nobody discourage you. Actually, media is something that is within you. You've seen many media personalities, ni talent. So actually it's not anything, see media too, but ukifeel kufanya kitu
passion,
nobody tell you shit.
Ni study. Ni sawa. In the meantime, huyu dem alikuwa alijoin university at specified the year.
I think she's year 2017.
Yeah, alijoin 2017.
Yeah, academic year 2017-2019. Yeah. That's when she joined.
So 2021 anastahili kuwa fourth year. Yeah.
For their first semester. But as we speaking now, the lady ako second year.
I guess
ni first year. Yeah, so you're going to see the story when imekimbia hadi for 4 years mtu amesoma university na baada ako first year. Unaona?
So she dropped out of school na apparently sahi ndio ako first year.
Yeah, the real story ni dem alijoin kampo. Somebody advised her na akatake the advice na akamua akatransfer, akafanya inter-school transfer, akatoka School of Information
Communication and
Journalism akatransfer hadi akaenda education to pursue another
something there,
afanya religion there. Now it was not what she needed, it was not her dream. So she struggled with it, like aka struggle in the course of it, struggling and kuanguka na kuanguka, panda shuka za hapa na pale. She then found herself, but it was not that we can't say it was late, but she actually lost like 2 years doing something that
she didn't
want to do.
So huyo dem, we are going to play the video for you. Sijui tunaweza play sayama.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Look out for this.
What this?
Let me just say that the first 2 years of my uni education were not so good. I ended up dropping actually while I was going to my 3rd year, so that I dropped from when I was in high school. So in high school, I believe I was an outspoken person, a bubbly girl. Like, I didn't have problem with talking to people. I was actually very expressive. So fast forwarding to after high school, I was actually in NIBS college pursuing computer packages, and during that time is when the application process had begun. So there was a lecturer there who actually helped me apply to the university that I wanted. So you know the way in Kenya they usually write like the short form of the university, and then they write the requirements, and then down here is when they write like the full name of the university. So I didn't know that. You know, in high school, I really wanted to do journalism. Like, that was what I had my mindset to doing. So I wanted to do journalism, and I wanted to do it in a renowned university. So I believed, like the lecturer there told me that Riara University was a good university to pursue journalism. So while applying, I saw there RU. In my mind, I thought that was Riara University because it's just so simple. So I just applied. I didn't even go down there to look at the full name of the university, and I was done. So I waited until the admission letter came through. When I received it, I almost fell down because the university that I had in mind wasn't the one that was written there. Actually, it was Rongo University. I had never heard of it. I had never been to that, like to Nyanza province or Migori County, those sides. So I was really shook to my core. Like, I didn't believe it. I actually thought that they had exchanged the admission letters, and that was the first place I messed up. I told my mom. She accepted the fate. I also accepted the fate, and I said I would go to Rongo University because universities are the same actually. So that is what I actually told myself. So the first day that we went to Rongo University was during the admission day, and actually they had changed the dates, and me and my mom didn't know because we didn't read the email. So we went, and there was a lady there who told us that instead of going home, you just pay for the fees, pay for the hostels, and then when you just come on the official reporting date, you're just going to come and settle. So that is what me and my mom did. We went, paid for fees, paid for the hostels, and we were done. So on the official reporting date, we went, me, my mom, and my aunt, and I actually knew that everything that was tiresome we had already done. So that day we were just going to report officially. So me and my mom went to the university hostels, and we were shook. We didn't believe it because that lady was like, the rooms have already been given out, you didn't pay. And I was like, oh my god, we paid it. You are the one. Actually, that same lady was the one who told us that we could pay that other day. So that was another thing that really messed me up about that day. We had to get refunded the money, and so we went, looked for another hostel, and that's where I found my roommate. We had never met before. We had never even communicated before. That day we met at the Gate hostels, and we decided to stay together, which was kind of weird and a very bad idea. So after all that, my mom and my aunt left for home, and I was left in school to pursue my education. When I started my journalism classes, I actually ended up going to the wrong classes for a whole week. And that is actually what accelerated the process of me to transferring to education. Because I remember, instead of going for journalism classes, I was going for computer science classes. And I remember they were learning about something about libraries and computers. And God knows how I hate in details about computers. Like, that I knew wasn't going to be my cup of tea. So there was this lecture, no, it was a student. He was like, ukifanya journalism Rongo University hutapata kazi. And I didn't want something that I would struggle looking for a job after I was done. And I remember that on that same day, I went, did intra-transfer, and chose a course that I had in mind. Because when he told me that, I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life, because everything that I had planned for. So I went, did inter-school transfer, and I went, did education. And actually, when I was going back to take like those documents from my journalism faculty, I mean, there was a lady there who was like, unataka kukimbizana na walimu wakistrike juu ya kukosa kulipa. And I was like, hapana, me I want to do education because this is what I have just decided. I didn't even sit down and talk to myself, because on that same day is when I went and did the transfer. So I went and did education. So I remember during my first semester, I was so anxious, like my anxiety levels were so high. I didn't make friends because obviously my resting beach face didn't actually allow it. People were actually afraid to approach me, my classmates. And you know the way you usually go to like a rural school and you find everyone talking in their own tribe? That is actually how it was, and it was so hard for me to make friends during that period. So in the middle of the semester, I stopped totally going to classes, because I remember that there wasn't anything that I was doing during that time, and actually going to school was like inside the school premises was so difficult for me. I actually felt off. I felt like I didn't belong. During that first semester, all I would do is sleep, eat, go to like somewhere, come back, sleep. And that was like my whole routine for the first semester. And it actually proceeded to the second semester, the second year first semester, and the second year second semester. So during the second year second semester, that is when I actually fell sick with pneumonia. And my mom and my brother came to school to see me, like to take care of me. And that is when my mom knew that I wasn't going to classes, because I hadn't told anybody at home. Actually, when it came to school life, they actually knew I was actually going to classes and doing my exams. I had actually not done my first year second semester exam, and the whole of second year I hadn't done my exams. So actually, and I was actually paying school fees. In my mind, I was like, why am I actually paying for all this money and I'm not going to classes? But I was so afraid to tell my mom, because I didn't know how she would react. You know the way people are expecting so much from you and then you disappoint them. So I didn't want that to happen. So my mom knew I was going to classes, but on that day she actually went to school, inquired about my school life, like if I had been going to classes. And after my mom found out that I had not been going to classes, it actually became a topic for discussion, and she was like interrogating me and asking me why I wasn't going to classes. And I ended up explaining everything. Like I told her that I didn't want the course. Actually, I didn't want that course. Being in an education class was really suffocating me. I was doing education and CRE with special needs, and it was actually suffocating me, because I remember there's a day I went for one class. Like I told myself, maybe if I start going to classes, I'll start enjoying them. So I went for special needs class, and I remember I didn't, like my heart felt out of place. I knew this wasn't my cup of tea. And I ended up going, I didn't even wait for the class to end. I went back to my room. So I was lucky enough to have a parent who understood me and didn't want me to like die before I was 40 years because of depression and all that stress. That is where I became lucky. Like my mom is somebody who understands, and that's how I ended up changing my course. I was like, I won't allow myself to get strayed away from my dream for the second time. On my life update as of now, I'm still doing journalism, and I'm actually happy that I started the classes. I'm so thrilled. I usually anticipate to start classes. Even though I complain about all that, like the tiresome work, I'm actually happy that I'm going to journalism classes, and I don't know why I changed that before, but like this is the experience that I had in my mind when I was thinking about university. I'm so happy right now that I'm doing what I love. I love my friends. I've made friends while I'm in journalism because I attend classes. So good.
So that's it.
Yeah, that's the video. Hope you watch. Now, although tujaweka the whole video, lakini utaenda kuiwatch
kwa YouTube
around
handle
11 minutes 27 seconds, yeah.
It's long.
So unaweza ipata kwa Mugure Joyce pale YouTube.
Yeah, so actually you need to stand by your decisions.
Yeah.
Do what you love. Let nobody discourage you.
Yeah, you should make your own decisions.
Yeah,
Fanya kitu unataka. be assertive when tumeambiwa na someone.
Yeah. Yeah, so even we are communication students in the same institution. So this thing is about yourself and what you're actually doing towards achieving your dreams. No, Joyce is still a student in Rongo University,
pursuing journalism.
Yeah, the same institution that she was discarding, and the same course is what she's doing. So
and I guess she's doing good. No, actually it's not only mambo na education, like masomo peke yake, anything you want to do, mtu akikudiscourage, just do what you want and that be you.
Be yourself. The main thing here is to be yourself. Yeah, and we want to congratulate Joyce. That was a bold move. Kwenda ku come out na ku speak about it is something that is exemplary
and brave.
Yeah. So we know there are some guys also like her who are out there. You're going to receive this clip, you're going to listen to it, and you know you have something to say. Don't keep quiet. Remember, when you speak it out, it might help somebody else who is going through the same thing the way Joyce has done it.
And actually si ati ni yeye peke yake, juu hata sisi tumeambiwa staff before to join. Nani tulikuwa tunaambiwa journalism by the in a market.
Yeah.
But here we are doing it. Not tunapata kazi bado, lakini we are hoping. We know we will make it.
We know kani job tutapata, you know. In journalism is a creative space.
Yeah.
So we know that we'll fit in somewhere and we'll do it. So no matter where you are,
that's your journalism peke yake, actually in every field.
So long as you're doing the right thing as per the. And also kwa hao wenye wana discourage wenzao, wenye wana breathe the negative energy kwa wenzao. Yeah.
What negative energy? Kama una kitu ya kusema, anything positive, kama una anything positive ya kusema, you better shut up.
Now, if something didn't work for you, it doesn't mean that it won't work for me. I am me
and you are
na wewe ni wewe. So be on kama una kitu positive ya kusema, you rather
zip up.
So guys, Joyce mnaweza mpata pale social media. She's very active. Follow Joyce Instagram at Joyce Mugure. Miss Jojo
pale social media
Instagram na YouTube handle yake to provide hapa chini, na then you can also pata hapo somewhere here, you utaipata hapa. So make sure you listen to her, you follow her, you support her, because she's good. And also Rongo University is growing at a faster rate.
So wale walikuwa wanasema ukisomea Rongo University huwezi make it journalism, sijui ni watu wangapi by the way wame make it. Kuna watu wengi watu wengi wamekuwa through Rongo University na wame make it.
Rongo University has best media lecturers and professionals.
Tuko na hata sasa at the moment tuko na radio station.
There's a fully functional radio station. Now the media resource center is well equipped.
Very equipped.
You welcome to study in Rongo University and make your dream come true. So that's what it was, guys. It's me, Clyde Wamburi,
and it's me, David Wanami. Remember to subscribe by the way.
And also follow us Facebook kwa RU Weekly, and subscribe to our channel RU Weekly Radio.
Ring this bell.
It's giving